On June 26, 2011, KABC radio host Peter Tilden interviewed Executive Vice President of East West Bank, K.Y. Cheng, and discussed the importance for East West Bank to support large-scale renewable energy projects and described the new opportunities and challenges confronting the renewable energy industry.
Another big story. According to the Federal Reserve Economic Database, the U.S. imported 61% of its oil, or 4.25 billion barrels, in 2010, sending approximately $337 billion overseas. That's a huge number. $337 billion overseas. I got on from East West Bank, guy who's been stepping it up in terms of helping to gain energy independence right here in California. Kai Cheng from East West is on with me right now. Tell me why it's important for East West Bank to support these gigantic, large-scale renewable energy projects.
Well, it's because we see this as a role of being a good corporate citizen to help the communities to improve its environmental well-being, reduce pollution, reduce energy bill, save money, and allocate the financial resources to do bigger and better things.
Is renewable, you hear about renewable, and you hear about, look where our economy is right now. We're all hurting, okay? And that the administration says renewable energy is the way to go, and we've had issues with nuclear and whatever. Do you see that as is that a huge opportunity in the future?
Well, we do see this as a huge opportunity in the future because the sun is going to shine for millions of years to come. And that is the most natural sources of energy that we can capture. The challenge, of course, is that we need to come up with a harmonized government policies to encourage this kind of development.
So what you mean is rebates and benefits to the consumer and to the
tax policy, the rebates and the benefits to the consumers, as well as the legal.
Do they get it though? Is the government starting to get that? Are local governments realizing that they have to endorse that, and it eventually will yield huge benefits?
Well, I think the message is there loud and clear. Look at, what happened in California when the legislation passed AB 32. The challenge, of course, is, our current budget situation, be at the federal and the local government levels.
What do we look forward to, and what challenges?
Well, I think the opportunities are there, because particularly here in California where we have a lot of land and we are in the Sunshine State. So therein lies a very natural land availability for us. The challenges, of course, is to balance out the environmental concerns, how to not to disturb the natural environment even in the desert area.
Right.
Number two is, of course, how do we build the transmission grid. There is a very interesting article in the newspaper this morning about how do we deliver electricity from these so-called solar farms.
That is a big challenge. You got a solar farm out there that's generating tons of electricity. How do you get it to a city that's 30 miles away or even 10 miles away?
Right. So that's why we need to also speed up the constructions of infrastructure. The smart grid is a much talk about system that we need to develop. The other option, of course, is to bring the system closer to the user, i.e., how can we, install more solar panels just on the rooftops of our residences or the office buildings?
Right.
Look at what happened in Germany, that you see curtains of solar panels hang literally in front of the buildings.
And Germany's phasing out nuclear. They made a commitment to phase out nuclear.
Yeah, that's correct.
So
that's correct.
They've got to find it somewhere.
They got to find it somewhere, and I think in case of Germany, where we can learn from them is that they do have a national policy to address energy supply and consumption.
So we're really moving ahead and trying to figure this out.
We are moving ahead. The whole series of new development going on, with the deployment of different kind of material sciences. It is helping us to improve the energy capturing capability of various kinds of panels being developed.
The lesser we are in demand of the Middle East oil and beholden to that. If we can get off of that sooner rather than later, I think everybody be thrilled. And it's great that the technology is moving forward, and you guys are really helping to invest in that in a big way and spearhead it and change the landscape. With the number of people who are now driving each year, the number of vehicles,
correct,
they're going to. I mean, the oil use is insane. So they've got to figure alternatives to what we've been doing forever.
Yeah, in fact, we're also proud to say that one of the leading EV manufacturers of the world named BYD that is coming to Los Angeles as well, and
Right,
it is one of our clients, and we are very proud to play a role in introducing their products to the LA
And they were
market.
enticed to come here, right? They're going to
Correct.
be manufacturing right here in Los
Correct.
Angeles and providing jobs, which is
Yes.
really cool.
Yep.
I know about that. I think Austin Butner, the
Yes. We are
the
working.
deputy mayor, was the guy who brought him here.
Yes, we are working in conjunction with the mayor's office.
That's great.
Yeah,
I know
and-
about that project because I mean we've interviewed Austin many, many times.
Right.
So,
In fact, I'll be seeing him tomorrow night.
oh, really?
Yes.
We'll tell him I said hi. We're
Sure
we're,
will.
we're really we're
Very
really good
good.
friends, and that's a big project to come to L.A.
Exactly.
So good
Yep.
for everybody. Thank you. Well, look at that. Thank you. Tell Austin Butner I said hi. He's
Okay.
running for mayor, and thank you for coming in.
Well, thank you for the invitation.
Pleasure. All right, so that brought a lot of jobs to L.A., and hopefully we'll get off of our dependence on oil.
So about an hour and a half ago, the president addressed the nation, talked about the holdup.